Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for GoGo Shopaway using the beautiful American Crafts Jen Hadfield Stardust Collection. It's a really lovely collection by Jen Hadfield, much brighter than we're usually used to from that designer. Yeah, I've really enjoyed using this collection. I've made a few layouts with it already, or quite a few layouts already, and just popping back to it now after a little break to make this one. So I have taken a white background and I've got this lovely sheet of pink. It's got these kind of retro looking flowers on the back, but I decided to go for the pink side. So it's a pink diagonal stripe. I've trimmed that down to about 10 by 10 inches and then I've really distressed the edges of that middle square and really kind of roughed them up so they've got lots of texture and dimension. And then I'm going to use this speech bubble paper. So I really loved these speech bubbles, but I didn't quite know what to do with them. It's a very busy sheet to use as a background or even as a piece. So I just went for the obvious option, which was just to cut them out. I specifically chose blues and pinks, and also some like creamy colours as well, just a couple, and that is to that's because of the photo that I've got. We're all wearing pink aprons with a blue swatch on the front, so therefore the pinks and the blues went really perfectly well with my photo. But this would have, if you had a multicoloured photo, the speech bubbles would have been great in the multicolours as well. So definitely if you've got that paper, consider doing that. So I have cut out them all, I've stuck them all down, I've got my photo there and mounted onto a pink piece of, or a pink journaling card I think. I also cut out some of these kind of I think they're kind of neon hearts, as in light strip neon, do you know what I mean? There's a whole sheet of those on a navy background with all these different concentric hearts on, and they remind me of like a light up sign, so that's why I call them neon hearts. They're not very neon actually, but that's just what they remind me of. So I've got those in the gaps, and I've got all my speech bubbles pointing towards my photo, and I'm just adding a title with the really lovely Jen Hadfield Stardust glittery thickers. Really love those. They're on pink foam and they have silver glitter on the top, so what's not to love? I love thickers, obviously. I think everybody does. So just added that down. I had to move some of my speech bubbles out of the way in order to make my title work, but I just moved them and closed that gap up that I created with the by removing those two. I didn't waste any. Okay, so now I need to add some other embellishments, but I'm conscious of the fact that this is a very busy layout, and I don't really want to add in big clusters because I'll then cover up the words on the speech bubbles, and I just love all the sentiments and the phrases. I was limited to blue, or I limited myself to blues and pinks, but the words are great. You know, you make me smile, lovely, mind blown, wonderful, what, you are so cute, the best day, special, that was cool, favourite place, you go girl, friends for life, true story, best friends, sweet, magical, together, hey cute stuff, fun, remember. All really usable generic things. I picked out things about friendship as well because this is a group of friends rather than like love things, even though I love you girls loads. But the friendship things were really apt for this photo. I decided not to go for any big embellishments from the Jen Hadfield collection. So instead I had a quick look through my Bramble Fox Perspectives to see if I had anything that would work. And yes, I had a crafty set. Perfect, because we're away crafting. So I used the word crafty, the pink tape HEG gun, the glue gun, which is kind of in a purpley colour, and then a pair of scissors. So I've just added those in. Even though there's no purple on the layout, pink and navy together kind of create purple, so I think the purple is not out of place. It certainly looks okay in terms of tone. I just added those in, even though officially there is no purple on the layout. It definitely goes okay. So just adding those in now. I'm just going to stick those down. I tend to stick my perspectives down with glossy accents or raise them on foam pads, because obviously there's no flex in perspectives. They're very they're very solid, so therefore they can ping off if not secured very, very well. So I tend to use a good amount of glossy accents to kind of sit them in. There we go, and that is the layout pretty much complete. I just need to write a couple of lines of journaling. So our friend made us all these aprons, and they're just beautiful, and they're all, it's amazing that they've been hand decorated. I had to scrapbook this photo, of course, and that's us all lined up wearing them, so amazing. So I'm just going to finish off now with some splatters of white paint. I was going to try and keep the splatters small, but some of them ended up being quite big, and I'm just trying to keep it quite condensed around the photo rather than spread out over the entire layout. But there we go, that is the layout complete. So I hope I have inspired you to look at that speech bubble paper in a different light. It's one that I looked at and thought, oh goodness, what am I going to do with that? Love it, but what am I going to do with it? And fussy cutting was the way forward. Thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for GoGo Shopaway using the Jen Hadfield Stardust Collection.